live. Good afternoon, everybody out there. Good morning, good evening, good night.
And just before you close your eyes and say good night, we are back again.
We are back again, right in front of your screen. This is Agape and Akin coming live to you from Airdrie, Alberta. We are parents to three beautiful children. We are digital entrepreneurs, and we help everyday people like ourselves to earn a living online and build a business online.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. All right.
And let us know where you are watching us from, your city, your country. We'd like to know. And how has the weather been in your area? But if you are watching the replay, do the same thing.
Yes. It has been just, I don't know. Over here, you look out the window, you're like, oh, it's so sunny. And then the next morning, it's like everywhere is dingy and dark and cold. But
slightly cold.
It is what it is. It is what it is. We're going to have a good day and a good weekend regardless.
Yes. The weather is changing.
Yeah. All right. So today, guys, Aki and I are so excited. This wasn't actually planned, but we are currently doing our 90-day success challenge. And today we were supposed to celebrate a business milestone. And this document has been prepared like long before now. But as fate will have it, we truly are celebrating a business milestone today.
Woohoo!
Yesterday, we got a certificate sent to us in the mail from our company that we work with.
And to our company that we have.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I can. To our company. And then we got a massive bonus check in the mail.
Yes, and that's what we want to share with you today.
No, come on. Yeah, so it is so exciting for us because the certificates just sort of validates the work that you're doing, right? Just tells you that, you've been doing a great work all this while. We're recognizing you, and then we're not just recognizing you with paper, we're also sending you a nice bonus check in the mail. And guys, what came in yesterday was $6,000. It was a little bit more than 6,000, but not up to 7,000. So I'll just cap it at $6,000 that came in the mail yesterday. And just as we were about to start this go live, our middle child came in with another bunch of checks. And so we gave like all our kids their different tasks that they do in our business, right? And so for this middle child of ours, her job is on your way back from school, stop at the mailbox, check for anything in there, bring them in. If there are any checks that because she knows what checks have money. I mean, what envelopes have checks in them, right? So her job then is to open it and tally up all the amounts and just give us an executive brief.
Yes. She's very mathematical.
Yeah, she's a mathematical child, like come out. Yeah.
But also, could you imagine that the traditional way that we are all trained with, that we are all swallowed up in. I was trying to look for
a big word,
something nice, because by default we've all been trained to follow one highway, and that highway is every 2 weeks we all work. We used to work
9 to 5,
9 to 5, but in the days we were working, everybody works, and every 2 weeks or every month you get paid directly into your bank account. And the only things you get in the mail in our part of the world is coupons, magazines, free stuff to try new products, or business marketing brochures, or government census information. You get mostly that, or only that.
Yeah. Or bills. Yeah, sometimes bills
especially.
Bills come in.
Your credit card statement, your electricity statement, everything bills that you have to pay.
Yeah.
But this is the reverse for us in the last 5 years, especially in North America.
Yeah. Anything that comes in and is not our checks, we consider them as junk. Even if it's bills, right? We're like, yeah, that's junk. Don't show that to me.
That's taken care of, thank God, because we used to know, we used to, experience, sadness, and it's real sadness, and there's something they call Debbie Downer. You see an envelope, and you just go.
Yeah, and even when we automated most of our stuff, like we're like, okay, we don't want to get junk, we don't want to get bills in the mail anymore. So we automated like all our payments and put them through our bank accounts and everything. And I remember like at least maybe 6 years ago, I would wait up on the day that I would be paid. I would wait up until past midnight because I wanted to see that money come in its totality. Because I know that by the time I wake up at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. the next day, that money, all the bills would have run through my account, and you're almost down to zero again. And then you're like, okay, let me wait till the next 2 weeks and get another check in the mail. And this went on for years. And I didn't even know that it was such a negative thing I was doing to myself. But it was just the way that in my head, I was thinking, I just want to see my money come in. All the hard work that I've put in this entire 2 weeks, I want to see that they say that a laborer is worthy of his wages, right? So I want to see my wage. I want to see it. I know the government has taken their tax, but I want to see what is left of it, my net income, right? And so I stay up until like after midnight, 1 a.m. I'm like, okay, phew. I saw my money, it came in $2,400. Without fail. Okay, great. By the time I wake up fully the next morning, it's down to God knows what. Because your mortgage has gone through it, your electricity bill has gone through it, your internet, your TV, all of that has gone through it, right?
And if that is your situation, what are you going to do about it? That was our reality. We lived it.
Yeah.
We experienced it such that every Sunday evening, the heart starts pounding by itself, unconsciously, involuntarily. So if that's your situation, what are you going to do
about it?
What are you going to do? Is the reality. If that has been happening, for instance, to you and you in the last 3 years, in the last 5 years, in the last 15, 20 years, how much more the next 2 years, the next 3 years, the next 5 years, and your kids and our kids, they are growing up.
They're growing and they're watching.
Yes.
They're seeing all that stress.
The economy is contracting and expanding and going the way it's going. You also want to ask yourself, the rich ones, they are getting richer. What are they doing differently? What are we doing differently? Rich ones are buying more houses, expensive cars,
investing more
cars, investing more. We have a friend that is doing our business. In the last 5 years, she and her husband have bought 5 houses
here in
Canada.
The
same economy.
Yes.
But if you think that what you are doing now, as of today, you want to continue in that for the next 3, 5, 10 years, can you buy 5 houses in a hot market? Can you? Will you? Do you dream of that? What are you going to do? We did something about it, and here we are.
Yeah.
Imagine sleeping and waking up to checks in the mail.
Yeah. Like my excitement carried over from yesterday that I got that, and I was like, oh my gosh, this was unexpected money, right? Because I know how much we made last month and how much is coming in the mail. I already know that. But this was not even, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is unexpected $6,000, right? And then for today, she came in again, handed us she already tallied up the amount, and it was almost 2,500 as well. And so imagine that in 2 days, you got $8,000 in your account. just like that. Now, of course, it's not just like that. We've been doing this business for 5 years. We've worked at it. Right? Like before this 5 years that we started this business, we were in the corporate world, right? We've been there for 20 years. And over the years, you look at, okay, how much has my salary increased? Or how much has my wage been increased? And I shared with you guys a couple weeks ago that for 4 years, I was in the same job, right? Well, people are in the same job for years and years. But my point is, for 4 years, there was a salary freeze.
Yep.
There was no increase in salary.
But there was increase in workload.
Of course, there was increase in workload. And there was inflation. There was all of these things. Kids are growing up. We're buying clothes
every 6 months.
And sending them to extracurricular and the rest of that, right? So it's like the world is not waiting for you, but you are capped. You're just
caged.
Yeah, you're caged in a particular thing, right?
And the dreams start shrinking.
So even when you started your life so buoyantly, so rosy, everything, you're having all these big dreams and this ambition and everything, suddenly it starts to shrink because you're like, who am I even kidding? Why am I thinking of doing this when I know for sure that every 2 weeks, this is the amount that comes into my account?
And self-doubt
starts to kick in. Yeah. And, so it's just been so amazing for us that every single day, beautiful things just happen because of the work that we decided. Like, we put in a lot of work into building the life that we have today. But the difference is that we were very hardworking, even in the corporate world, but we weren't rewarded as much as we are rewarded now.
So
much as we are rewarded now that we are doing our own thing.
Many of us were not rewarded. I was doing a job of foreman.
Oh yeah. So it is pretty amazing. We are so happy that at least this milestone came in for us. Our bonus check came in for us.
We were recognized and rewarded.
That was it. Because
recognized and rewarded, because I've worked somewhere before where I was recognized but not rewarded for 3 years straight. Or rewarded but not recognized. Right? But in this case, recognized and rewarded bountifully.
Yes. So we're so excited. Our weekend is going to be amazing. Actually, today, once the kids get back home, and we're going to share a little bit about this later. We're taking them shopping for the food bank because we have this what's it called? Tradition where they save a third of their monthly allowance. So they put their monthly allowance in 3. One goes to spend, so they spend a third of their allowance. They save a third of their allowance, and they give a third of their allowance. So as a family, we decided that every couple months we would take all the money that they've saved in their give account. We would go and give to a charity. So this time around, we're doing the food bank. So we'll take them to the grocery store. We already printed out a list of what the food bank needs that they ask that people donate. So we'll go to the food bank, we'll do a bit of shopping, and then they'll take it to the food bank and put their name on the roster that they donated something today. And it's just a good way of like being that example for your kids, right? Like, even for us, giving our daughter that task of bringing in the checks, like she came in so excited. She was like, oh my gosh, you guys got a hefty check yesterday. Today, again, you got another nice looking check and everything. And it just gives that all-round financial wellness. So it's not just us experiencing it and keeping it hush-hush from our kids, because of course, once your kids know you have money, it's like, okay.
Like, the alarm bell goes off.
It goes off. Like our first daughter, she's like, once she sees the check, she's like, you guys got money today? Okay, it's time to go shopping. And we're like,
even the 8-year-old will be like, let's go to the dollar store. I want to buy this. And like,
immediately they start thinking of things that they want. I think it's
the same for all of us. Human being in general. A freebie comes to your account, boom, I remember that thing I need or
Yeah.
want,
Mhm.
and the money's gone.
Yeah, but this one,
But but it's
like,
a happy moment.
it's a happy
Really,
moment.
really happy moment.
Mhm.
And if you are watching us,
Yeah.
there is hope.
Yes.
You know, if you want to do what we are doing, send us a direct message. If you
Mhm.
are not in our community,
Mhm.
and we can share with you, you know, a little bit of our process
Mhm.
and what we do. So
Yes.
you are welcome.
Yeah,
to
thank
join
you.
us.
Thank you so much for joining us live today. And for those who'll be watching the replay, we welcome you. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And you guys out there, have an amazing weekend. Do whatever you can to uplift yourself, because it is hard out there. We do know.
It is real out there.
We hear stories every single day. We, empathize and sympathize with people and everything. But, everybody has got to push themselves and fight for the life that they want.
Yes.
We did that. We're so glad we did. And we hope that any one of you out there watching us will be inspired to take action and to do whatever it takes to live or to build the life of your dreams.
You deserve more.
You deserve more.
We
exactly. We all do.
So we'll be expecting you to join us.
Yes. Take good care. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye.